Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed comparison of two smartphones around the 30k price segment in India, the Xiaomi Mi 11x with the iQOO 7. So these two devices are really premium in terms of hardware being offered, yet they are more accessible because of the pricing they are being offered. Now they come with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 chip, and both are priced around the 30 to 35k price segment, with the Mi 11x pricing starts at 29,999 while the iQOO 7 price starts at 31,999. So these two devices have a lot of features in common. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 chip, 48 megapixel camera, good set of batteries, good charging speed, Android 11, 120Hz AMOLED display. So a lot of things are common, but they do differ in various aspects also. So how good is these two devices and which is a better device to buy? That's what we are going to talk about in this detailed comparison. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. Now first let's have a look at the design aspect. Now if you look at the design aspect of these two devices, you can see that both offer quite good design. Now it's a personal choice on whether you like the Mi 11x or the iQOO 7. Now both have their own unique design aspect. Now both are finished in glass and have a plastic chassis. Both of them are having good design as well. The camera layout is quite different on both the devices. The iQOO 7 has a squarish layout, while the Mi 11x has more of a rounded rectangle layout. Now I would suggest you to pick based on your usage. Now one thing to note is that the iQOO 7 is offered in matte finish. The back panel is matte finish and it comes in two colors, both are matte, while on the Mi 11x you are offered both in glossy finish as well as matte finish. The black is a glossy finish. Now if you're a person who doesn't like fingerprint smudges, then better to go with the matte variant of the Mi 11x, which is available in blue as well as white color. So Mi 11x is offered in two finishes, glossy as well as matte, while the iQOO 7 is finished in matte. So these are the two aspects about the design elements. Now it's more of a personal choice on whether you like the Mi 11x or the iQOO 7. Both have premium design and build quality. Now build quality wise, both are finished in glass and plastic chassis. Now both of them offer really premium experience. Now looking at the design aspect, other than the looks, now weight is almost similar on both the devices. In fact, they are exactly the same, but in terms of thickness, the Mi 11x is slightly slimmer than the iQOO 7, only by a few millimeters, but again Mi 11x is slimmer, so that doesn't make a big difference, but just I'm mentioning that the Mi 11x is slightly slimmer than the iQOO 7. So in terms of design and build quality, I would leave it to the viewers to decide which of these devices they like better. Now next let's move on to the display. Now these two devices have AMOLED panels. They are 120Hz refresh rate, so you can see that again similar display aspects being offered. Now the display protection on Mi 11x is Gorilla Glass, while it's a short sensation glass on the iQOO 7. So in terms of display specifications, both are AMOLED displays and 120Hz refresh rate. Now even the brightness level, the peak brightness levels are also quite similar. Now when it comes to display colors, this is one area where these two devices offer a lot of options to customize the colors, being saturated colors, or you can actually go with the professional colors on both these devices. But overall, if you look at the color quality, we definitely like the colors on the Mi 11x. Slightly more punchier and vivid colors offered. Even when you're watching Netflix in HDR content, the Mi 11x supports that, and also MEMC support is available for videos on the Mi 11x. But those features are not available on the iQOO 7. But having said that, neither of these displays will disappoint you. Both of these are really good AMOLED 120Hz refresh rate, giving you smooth experience overall. But if I were to pick one of these displays, I would probably go with the Mi 11x because of the additional features being offered here. Now next, moving on to the software. Now both of these UIs are custom UIs, both run on Android 11. Now we have the FunTouchOS 11.1 on the iQOO 7, while we have the MIUI 12.5 right now on the Mi 11x. Now if you look at the UIs, both offer plethora of options to choose in terms of customizations or additional tools, gestures, features being offered. In fact, game mode, dual apps, all these features are being offered on both the devices. But the MIUI 12.5 on the Mi 11x is a bit more polished and refined compared to the FunTouchOS 11.1. The FunTouchOS isn't bad, it's again a refined UI, a very good performance altogether. But if I were to pick one of the UIs, then probably it would be the Mi 11x, the MIUI 12.5, which offers a better experience overall in terms of performance, the smoothness, and also the number of blots included are lesser on the Mi 11x. Now the iQOO's FunTouch OS offers a bit more bloatwares which are pre-installed, which you can uninstall, but they are pre-installed on the device. Next, moving on to the performance. So both these devices are powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 chip. Now the Mi 11x RAM starts at 6GB and goes up to 8GB. Now the iQOO 7 is 12GB RAM. Now the Mi 11x and the iQOO 7 both come with LPDDR5 RAM and UFS 3.1 storage support. So you get really perfect performance in this price segment. So both are really powerful devices offering great performance. We don't say there is a winner in terms of day-to-day performance. Both are equally good. The MIUI 12.5 definitely adds a slight advantage for the Mi 11x. It's a bit more smoother UI compared to the FunTouch OS 11.1 that we have already mentioned. But otherwise, both these devices offer really good performance. Now when it comes to gaming, this is where the iQOO 7 takes the lead, because this device has the largest graphite layer and apart from that some gaming options are included. So if you are a gamer, probably the iQOO 7 would be the better choice, because even in terms of gaming experience there was slight throttling on the Mi 11x, but on the iQOO 7 that was not felt. So overall in terms of gaming experience, probably the Mi 11x didn't perform as good as the iQOO 7. So if you are a gamer, definitely you should be picking the iQOO 7. Now otherwise both these devices offer pretty good experience. Now we have a side mounted fingerprint scanner on the Mi 11x, while it's an in-display fingerprint scanner on the iQOO 7. Now both performed really well. Even the face unlock was really fast on both these devices. Now we have a proper dual speakers on the Mi 11x, while the iQOO 7 offers the earpiece as a second speaker. So the speaker output we felt was better on the Mi 11x compared to the iQOO 7. Now both these devices offer 5G support. Now iQOO 7 comes with only one band while Mi 11x offers two band support. Again, we are not really sure which band is going to come to India, so it's just a wild guess thinking that this would be the band coming to India. Now 4G LTE, VoLTE, voice over Wi-Fi and carrier aggregation are supported on both these devices. Now both these devices come with dual SIM card and there is no expansion slot being offered. Now both of these devices do not support 3.5mm audio jack. You have to use the USB Type-C port for music. So next let's move on to one of the more important aspects, the camera performance. So this is one area where most people actually look forward in a camera centric smartphone. Now both of these devices have a 48 megapixel sensor. Now the iQOO 7 has a Sony IMX598 f1.8 aperture. Now the Mi 11x has a Sony IMX582 sensor. It's a slightly older sensor but still a really good sensor, f-stop 1.8 aperture. Now you get an 8 megapixel ultra wide on the Mi 11x, while it's a 13 megapixel ultra wide on the iQOO 7. Now you also get a tele macro sensor on the Mi 11x, while you get a depth sensor on the iQOO 7. Now iQOO 7 also comes with macro mode which can be used from the settings. Now both of the devices have pretty good selfie cameras as well. 16 megapixel on the iQOO 7, while it's a 20 megapixel selfie camera on the Mi 11x. Now let's have a look at the camera samples offered. Now here you can see that both these devices offer good details, good sharpness levels, and colors is what separates these two devices. Now you can see that the colors on the Mi 11x is more accurate and natural looking, or rather what your eyes see in the nature, that's more depicted in the Mi 11x compared to the iQOO 7. Now iQOO devices have this issue of saturation, which we have pointed out in our camera reviews as well. So iQOO 7 also comes with the saturation issues, and you can see that images are a bit more vivid, especially the reds and greens are a bit too saturated and does not offer natural colors. Now the sharpness levels are quite good on both these devices, but when you zoom in you can see the Mi 11x is a bit more sharpened, and while the iQOO 7 is a bit more softened. So both these devices offer a mix of good options, but in terms of colors we feel the Mi 11x takes the lead. That's where the Mi 11x takes the better camera in daylight conditions. Now if you look at the ultra wide, again both offer quite good options, but the iQOO 7 has slightly sharper images in the ultra wide angle lens. Now when it comes to close-up shots as well as macro photography, again the Mi 11x has a better images because of the color reproduction. Both offer good sharpness levels. Again this macro photography and the close-up images were better on the Mi 11X because of the better natural colors being offered. Now, when it comes to portrait, once again you can see that Mi 11X offers better natural colors, especially the skin tones, while the iQOO 7 skin tones are a bit too whitish and the background is kind of overexposed. So once again, Mi 11X is the better choice in terms of portraits. Now, when it comes to low light experience, this is where iQOO 7 has better details being offered. You can see that the details in the low light captures are better on the iQOO 7 when compared to the Mi 11X. But at the same time, once again, the colors are not natural on the iQOO 7. It's a bit saturated, or you can see that it offers a slightly warmer tone and saturated colors. But overall, in terms of night mode, probably the iQOO 7 takes the lead in terms of night photography. Now, selfie camera both did a quite good job, but again you can see that the selfie skin tones are better on the Mi 11X, while it's kind of reddish in skin tones on the iQOO 7. Now, the video recording, iQOO 7 offers slightly better options. 4K 60 FPS and optical image stabilization is being offered, while the Mi 11X does not have optical image stabilization, but the footage is quite good on both the devices. Probably I would pick the Mi 11X in terms of video recording because of the overall quality and color reproduction offered. So both these devices have really good cameras. Now the Mi 11X performs better in daylight, while in low light iQOO 7 performs slightly better. But if I were to pick one of these devices in terms of camera performance, I would say I would go with the Mi 11X because it's slightly better in terms of portraits, macro photography, daylight, and the low light isn't bad, but it still needs to improve. Now, finally, the battery performance. Now we have a 4400 mAh capacity battery with 66 watt charging on the iQOO 7, while we have a 4520 mAh capacity battery with 33 watt charging. Now, battery capacity is higher on the Mi 11X, and the overall battery performance is also slightly better on the Mi 11X, not by a huge margin, but in our testing we got a slightly better battery performance on the Mi 11X. Now, if you're looking for better, faster charging, of course the iQOO 7 is the better choice, because 66 watt charger takes just less than 40 minutes to charge, but the Mi 11X takes almost close to 55 to 1 hour to charge the device. So that is a detailed comparison of the iQOO 7 with the Mi 11X. So now let's sum up all the aspects we have covered. Now, where does the iQOO 7 take the edge? Now, iQOO 7 has a good design, good build quality, then a good performance, a great gaming experience, definitely slightly better low light experience, and better charging speeds. Now, where does the Mi 11X take the lead? Mi 11X takes the lead in terms of the display quality, the software experience, the cameras, and also the battery performance. Now, these are two devices which are closely fought, so it's hard to pick a winner here. Now, in this scenario, you have to consider other aspects like the after sale service, the network, all those things you have to consider. So that's where the Mi 11X takes the lead because of the service and the Xiaomi offers compared to the iQOO 7. I'm just mentioning these aspects because these are two devices which are equally good in terms of performance. So overall, if you're looking at both these devices, and if you ask me to pick one, then I would probably pick the Mi 11X because of the slightly better software experience, better camera, a better display, and better battery life, along with better overall software support and service and network. But having said that, the iQOO 7 is not a bad offering. It's still a really good offering. So I would leave it to your viewers to decide which of these is better. But my personal choice would be the Mi 11X. Now, finally coming on to the pricing. Now, the Mi 11X is slightly cheaper, although it's a 6GB RAM variant at 29,999. So if you're on a really tight budget, you are getting at 29,999 the Mi 11X, while the iQOO 7 pricing starts at 32,000, which is for the 8GB RAM. Now, both are available online, and you can buy it from either mi.com or Amazon based on the e-commerce platforms. So that is a detailed comparison of the Mi 11X with the iQOO 7. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.